certain payables and receivables, kind of things. So every company, be it a small, be it a little large company, they have some sort of CRM, right? Now when we talk of CRM, even the small businesses do have that. Some very small businesses might be maintaining it on a Microsoft Excel sheet. We might have seen in some very small shops and all, they have a notebook, they keep on writing it on a notebook and all. So that is again a kind of CRM that they are maintaining, right? So it's not that, okay fine, the CRM always has to be on a computer or something. So anywhere, so that small bits of information, they store it in a notebook and then they keep it with them. So that sort of things are also there, right? So, but this is what a company expects out of a CRM. Now, as we can see here, that there is a lot of data which needs to be stored, right? Now, for storing data, you need a hardware. So when we're talking about data which needs to be stored, for storing data we need hardware, right? Can we do it without hardware? We cannot. Can we? No. So for storing data we need proper hardware. Now that is something which is required. Now how do we or where do we store all this data? So if you are running a business and if you have data, where would you store all this data? That is a big question. Would you store it on your personal hard disk? Start thinking about it. Just take 30 seconds, think about it. In case you are running a business and you have a lot of data related to your customers and all, where would you store it? Would you put it on your computer's hard disk? Would you put it in a pen drive, a CD-ROM? Where would you put the data? If you put it on your hard disk, then the problem is that that is something which is accessible through your computer, right? But how will others in the team get to see it? If you put it in a pen drive and start distributing it with others, then where is the security thing there? If you start distributing it with others, then the security will become an issue, right? So for that reason, you cannot put it in your personal hard disk. You cannot put it in something like a pen drive or CD-ROM. So the solution to that is, someone said put it on a Google Drive. So even if you put it on a Google Drive, still things will be a little difficult for you in terms of security, right? So where do we put this data? The best thing would be to put it on something like put it on a common server which is secure. So in case we have heard of database server kind of thing, so a common server or a database server is very simple. I'll tell you exactly what it is. So it's a big hard disk. To understand it in a very simple language, a database server is like a big hard disk which is connected to multiple computers, right? So you can install a database server in your company and you can connect it to your different computers in the company, within the company, right? So, and you can try and secure the data here. So you can try to keep the data secured here. Okay. So put all the security things on your database server, share your server with others, right? So more or less this is something which will serve the purpose, a database server. Okay. But the question is, if you install a database server within your office premises, that can be connected to the computers which are there in the same premise, because this database server is connected to the computers through a local area network. Okay. So because of this local area network, this server is not, able to connect you to a computer which is at a different location. It can only connect to the computers which are at the same location. Right. So if you have the server in that office and you have 50 computers in that office, it's absolutely fine. It can connect to all the 50 computers in that office. But if you have one more office, let's say one you have in US, the other one you have is in Australia, it cannot connect to the other office computers. So that is a small challenge. Okay. So database server works good, but the small challenge with that is it cannot get connected to computers across locations. So that is a small challenge that we have there, right? Now what is the solution to that? In case I build up a server also and I connect it to the computers in my company, still I have this small challenge that I face, right? So what is the solution there? The solution for that is start thinking on Facebook, Gmail. So on Facebook, when you update a status or you put a picture, so where is that status or picture stored? It is accessible from anywhere, right? So when you put a status on Facebook, is that stored on your local hard disk? No. Is that stored in your friend's hard disk? No. But you can access it, your friends can access it, they can say your status update, you can see it from anywhere in the world, you just need to log in into Facebook, right? So all this information is getting stored where? On the server of facebook.com. All your Gmail messages, inbox, outbox, sent emails, all that is getting stored where? In the Gmail server, right? So you have Facebook, you have Gmail, which the data is not stored in your local hard disk, it is not stored anywhere else, but you can access it from anywhere, right? So but the fact is that this information must be getting stored somewhere on this earth. That information must be getting stored, right? It's not that, okay fine, this information is not getting stored at all. So where exactly this information is getting stored? This piece of information is stored on the server of Facebook or Gmail, right? So for Facebook things, this is stored on facebook.com server. So facebook.com server is connected through internet. So as we said, the local database server that we are talking about, it is connected to different computers through LAN. This facebook.com server is made or designed in such a way that it can be connected to through computers using the internet. Okay. So this kind of a server is basically called a server which is on cloud, right? Any server which is connected to other computers through LAN is called an on-premise server, and a server which can be connected through internet is called on-cloud server. So here comes the concept of cloud computing. On-premise server, connections through LAN, local area network, so it can be connected locally. On cloud server which can be connected through internet. That is it. So it is now the on cloud server internet, connected through internet. Okay. So but do you think so Facebook is a big company, they can actually